I'll say this, Mr. President. I'm here for business, and I think the community know me by now, and what's going to happen is Ms. Worthing barking up the wrong tree. This council is barking up the wrong tree.
To my word, gonna recall me.
What you say, Ms. Worthing?
No,
No, I want to know what she said, because if she want to act a fool, I can act a bigger fool.
Councilman Mays, we're not going to do that.
See, I love politics and
Councilman
ignorance.
Mays, hold on just a
I
second.
love ignorant folks.
Councilman Mays.
What did she say?
It's not
I
important.
want to know what she said since she
not
want to talk
important.
out
It's not
loud.
important.
I want you to warn her and ask to remove her. She acting a fool today, and you letting it go.
Councilman Mays.
Now you want me to act a fool to the point that you warn me and want to remove me because she doing it?
Well, it's
What you gonna do with her ass?
Councilman Mays, that's your first warning.
There's an appeal to the ruling of the chair. What's your job, Mr. Chairman?
I would like for you to move him now.
Don't let white folks discriminate and treat them. Do your damn job. Keep her off my ass. Do your damn job. Remove her ass.
Remove him now. He's out of order,
You out
and
of
he's
order.
not. And
You
he's
out of
not going
order.
to stay here.
She out of order. Kate Field's out of order, and you's a damn fool. It's always the black man. Remove her white ass. Remove her white ass out of order with your handkerchief head black man. I told you to don't have her fooling with me. And she's sitting up there laughing, and you're like,
If you need somebody else to pull him out of here, get you some help.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
Sorry.
Let these white folks fool you. I'm gonna get you out of here. You done crossed the line. Big bad man. Shut her ass up.
Wow.
Because Mr. May's behavior is so hostile, threatening, intimidating. It's so unpleasant.
Flint City Councilwoman Kate Field says she's had enough and is now asking the Michigan State Police to assign a state trooper to council meetings because of her colleague, First Ward Councilman Eric Mays.
With his screaming and yelling and name-calling and dancing around.
Field says Mays verbally attacked a member of the press, and it was all caught on tape. You can see it here in this video that was recorded by Flint activist Quincy Murphy at a recent city council meeting when Mays was addressing the media.
You're nasty with her. You're nasty with, maybe it's a cultural difference. She ain't from Flint and you ain't either. I am disruptive when need to be disruptive, when people don't follow council rules.
Mays doesn't deny that he causes a stir, but he says he is just using his First Amendment right at council meetings.
Try to portray me, the mayor, or anybody else in a bad light, I do stop the action. I become disruptive. I highlight issues.
Mays says he believes Fields is trying to muddy up his name in response to a lawsuit he recently filed against some council members. While Fields says it has nothing to do with the lawsuit. Fields says state police are not at the time able to provide a trooper at every meeting. She says she will continue to press for one.
This is very disturbing to many council members, not necessarily for themselves, but for public safety.
And Mays told us today that he doesn't object to having a police presence at the meetings. In Flint, Rachel McCrary, WNEM TV5.
You got the floor.
That's an abuse of a point of
You
information.
got the floor.
Do I have the floor? Do I?
Yes,
Do
you
I?
do.
You have the floor.
Thank you very much.
What a fool.
I would like to say,
Councilman.
but I am going to finish saying this.
Well, go ahead.
Okay, what you said was not accurate.
I have been following.
Point of order, point of order, point of order. Why do you have point of order? Why do you have to argue with everybody
We'll
because
have
they
this
don't agree
discussion
with you?
elsewhere. Mr. Griggs, did you have something you wanted to say on the motion?
He wasn't in his turn, he was done. You just avoid me. And this is getting ridiculous.
Terry never stops talking.
Man, look, I'll tell you, I do ever stop talking. Quit lying on me. Quit lying on me. Enough is enough. Quit lying on me. I'm tired of it.
You got the floor, so go ahead.
You got all kind of recordings. Say it again, that I never stop.
Would you sit down, Mr.
No,
Mayor,
I
and
ain't.
conduct yourself?
No, I ain't gonna sit down. Would
Then
you
you
quit
are out of
curling your
order.
lips and fooling with people?
Then you are out of order. This is a second notice. You're out of order. Sit down and act with decorum.
Y'all care this mean. I wouldn't sit down for you telling me to if I had to. You don't tell me what to do. You don't run nothing. I could have appealed her, but y'all keep voting wrong. And the more you vote wrong, the foolisher she acts.
Would you like?
You silly, I don't even like your tone. Who do you think you're talking to? Publicly. Your silly butt, racist, nasty, white privilege thing. I almost cussed. I ain't gonna say nothing right now. I'm gonna cool down. I ain't condoning none of your mess.
Whether I'm in your ward or not, if you're sitting on that board, you're supposed to listen to everything going on. But you're playing on your phone.
No, I'm not playing on my phone. I'm taking care of business. I'm not studying what you're talking
I
about.
know you ain't stuck.
Okay, then don't attack me. Speak on your business. Don't deal with what I do
It's open
personally.
right now.
Yeah,
It's
but it ain't to attack me personally, ma'am. I don't know who you is.
I can. That's
Okay,
right.
well, get the
That's
facts right. I ain't
That's
playing.
right.
I'm
You're
grown
playing
and
on
I'm
your phone.
serious.
You're reading
That's
over
your
there.
words.
That's not
Don't
what
make
you're
no
supposed to be
personal
doing
attack.
up
They
there.
told you that at the beginning of the meeting.
Okay, whatever.
Okay,
I'm
God
going
bless.
down.
Speaking on behalf of many members of the city of Flint, I am appalled by your lack of respect for your fellow members who serve on this council, your lack of respect shown towards city administration, your lack of respect shown towards administrative staff who are here to support you and this council. By showing all individuals just cited lack of respect, you are also disrespecting the public of the city of Flint. You are very skillful at manipulating your words so that the truth turns into a lie. We all have opportunity to look at video of things that you have said and how coarse your language has been as you have spoken to your fellow constituents and our city clerk. Councilwoman Burns was absolutely correct in what she said to you, and that you were horribly disrespectful to City Clerk Inez Brown. You even said to her that you would have her removed from this facility. That was reprehensible. Your behavior is reprehensible, and you can continue to look away from me if you like. Cowards, look away, Mr. Mays.
Miss Harbor, I'm watching
Don't
the
interrupt
clock.
me.
No,
I have the
you
clock
don't
right
interrupt.
now.
Your
I
time
have the
is
clock
up.
right now. So I would
Your
appreciate you affording me the
I'm
opportunity
giving you
to
your
speak.
first warning.
You're a bully. You're a
Mr.
bully.
Metcalf,
I appeal
You're
the
a
rule
bully.
to
you
the
come
chair.
forward.
You are a bully, Mr. Mays.
I appeal
When
to
you
the
don't
rule.
get
Appeal
what
of
you
the
want,
ruling of the
you
chair.
bully people, and it
You out
needs
of
to
order.
stop.
You out of order.
So are you.
Okay, well,
So are
right
you.
now you need to be quiet. We got an appeal to the ruling of the chair because you've been out of order.
I shouldn't have to tell Mr. President 55 times, and you're trying to, I guess, have decorum and be fair and balanced, and just trying to keep the meeting
Point
going
of
so we can
information.
go.
What's your point?
Miss Lewis, you have talked about folks and done wrong, though, ain't you? You might not be in it to doing it now today, but you have done that with me, Miss Burns, and anybody. You have done that. Ain't that a fact?
Well, what's the fact is if you can just sit your tail down in the seat, then you'll know what's going on in the meeting.
I ain't got no tail, girl.
Mr. Mays, that's improper. You're out of order, Mr. Mays.
Now she order, cause when they say
You don't
blacks
have
got
Mr.
tails,
Mays,
that means something.
Mr. Mays, you do not have the floor. Dr. Lewis has the floor.
Tail.
I mean, too often we go through this, and the meeting could have been over with probably about an hour or two earlier if we wouldn't have to put up with this kind of foolishness.
So I would like to get straight. If we have to follow the rules, can't you get the fool on the end of the counter to follow the rules too?
Look, Mr. President, looked like he was pointing at me, but hey, look, every time he holler and call me a fool and then stand in that aisle, I want him out of here now. I want him out. You've been warned, I want you out. You a fool. That's why you can be foolishly walked out of here right now.
Is there any discussion?
Yeah, Madam Chair. I want to say to this council and to the public and to Mr. Whittaker in particular in this administration, how dare you? How dare you? We're like the board of directors, the trustees of a multi-million-dollar corporation. How dare you walk away? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Maybe you know this council, and maybe they know you. I don't know you. And I don't think the majority of the public know you, but what you did was appalling. You come up here, you flip it, you condescending, and I don't know who you think you are. I'm almost wanting to call the chief of police and file a formal complaint on you on the record. What do you mean if we was in the street? I'm at 1101 South Saginaw. That's in the street. I live at 125 East Russell. That's in the street. Here you a self-proclaimed dope dealer, said it at the county jail, and gonna tell me something about how you went on the street. Additions to the agenda, regardless of what you thought. But I'm gonna speed this meeting along. We on changes and additions to the agenda, and one of the changes or addition is special order. You may proceed. We ain't on special order. You can proceed.
All I'm asking, Council President Mays, is that you allow me the opportunity to, when I have the floor, that you allow me to continue my thought without cutting me off. Because it seems like every time I want to speak, and it may not be what you may want it to say, you always find a way to cut me off. And I am privileged to be on this council just like my colleagues was elected to be. So when you allow me the space to speak, I will appreciate if you will not cut me off and let me finish my thought without you cutting me off, because I do not need you to help me figure out what I'm about to say. Back to my special order. I thought we were on a special order, and this through the chair to the clerk, if you can explain to us, was Councilwoman Dr. Lewis out of order, and is it not allowed for council to add an agenda item on the agenda without going through the council president? Is the protocol to go strictly through Council President Mays, or can the council send an email like Dr. Lewis explained so eloquently, that she sent the email to the clerk to add this special order, just so we can recognize someone that has been doing great things? We done took a lot of time just wanting to acknowledge somebody because she went through you. So is it inappropriate for us to send an email to the clerk to have something put on the agenda?
Mr. Murphy, I know who it's through. I'm a chair. You said through me to her.
But I wanted you to let me
Mr.
finish.
Murphy, please. That's where the problem comes. You can flick your hand at me if you want, but you had already said you thought we was on special order. I was correcting you. We on agenda change. Ms. Brown can answer the question. I can answer it too. Maybe Ms. Herkenroder. Go ahead, Ms. Brown.
Yes,
Quit flicking your hand at me. I ain't studying you. That's ignorant.
I ruled Mr. Mays out of order because this is probably the third or fourth time that he has been asked to stay respectful, Jermaine, and conduct himself with decorum in these chambers in this meeting. I stand by that ruling. Is there any other discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Eric, this motion was on the $600. My colleague was mimicking us, talking about us going down in the mayor's office. That has nothing to do with this. And you, my colleagues, y'all heard this. Now, see, if we do this, then we wrong. We being ruled out of order. Y'all heard this. Instead of him staying on topic of the $600 motion, he mimicking us and is rude and disrespectful to us as his colleagues, to be able to be allowed to sit up there and say that stuff. And I just don't understand how we could support allowing our colleagues to sit up here and mimic and make these accusations based on something they don't know. And we got to sit here and listen to it. And then it's only so much I can take. Because I listen to people and people be like, Quincy, don't say nothing. Just sit there and don't say nothing. And I sit here as long as I can. And don't say nothing. And let him constantly go on and on and on, talking about his interpretation of what he think about us, based on our vote, because we don't vote his way. Well, he didn't put me here. The residents did. And I think we all should be treated fairly here. But when somebody want to clap back, then we wrong. I'm not scared of the councilman in the first ward, and whatever he decide he want to do, that's on him. You want to recall me, do whatever you got to do, but you go respect me. And to sit here and let this man sit up here and make these accusations and make these comical jokes about us, and we don't say nothing, we don't point the order and put him in check, that means we allowing him to teach us, treat us however he want to. And he ain't gonna treat me no any kind of way, based on somebody thinking I need to sit here and shut up and don't say nothing and let him talk to us any kind of way. Let him talk to y'all any kind of way. He ain't talking to me any kind of way. That's just that.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Mr. Mays.
I'm talking to the people of the city of Flint about him. I ain't talking to him. He know it's true. He get called down there. Mr. Piper was in the public dome with Mr. Neely on this issue just the other day. It was on the news. He can get mad if he want to.
Okay, Mr. Mays, you're not germane to the topic.
Oh, yes, I am.
Mr.
You
Mays.
ruled me out of order for
Yes.
telling the truth.
No, Mr. Mays, I'm ruling you out of order for not.
Point of
being
order.
germane. What's your point?
You can't interrupt me when I got the flow discussing my argument while I'm a vote against you ruling me out of order. You didn't interrupt him. It ain't funny to me, Ms. Herkenroder. You out of order.
Okay.
Be clear. Let me be clear, sir. Excuse me. You know what? And I stopped my day too.
Getting shot and killed because of police officers, and every time you turn around, y'all want to call the police on somebody. What? It's a shame in this.
What are you talking? Okay.
Officers, you out of order. You can leave or you can proceed.
You ain't got to make me leave.
Okay, well then, I'm asking you to leave so we can conduct this hearing. Officer.
You ain't got to escort me. I'm already leaving.
Okay, then be quiet while you do it.
It's a shame.
You ashamed. We just had a problem at the school board. If you get up out your seat here, it's going to be different from the school board. We got police. Mr. Murphy, we're in a hearing. Leave quietly. I ain't gonna be your boy.
Turn around, y'all wanna call the police on
Hey,
somebody.
officers, can you help get him out of here?
If they not put their hands on me, I'm leaving on my own.
You gonna get arrested based on our rules. And if they put their hands on you, I'm gonna advise you not to jerk away or resist.
Shut up. Every time you turn around, y'all wanna call the police on somebody. Cause somebody don't agree with you.
Right now, they on you.
Right now, you have.
Man, sir, if they put their hands on you, I'm gonna suggest you not make it more complicated.
It don't make no, okay, please, y'all, cause it's just not a good.
You interrupting this meeting, you're out of order.
Don't make no sense every time you turn around, you wanna call the police on somebody. Like somebody's criminals, and I don't like all that, 'cause look at them. They finna record y'all, escort you. I'm just saying, though, can y'all walk that way and then we walk this way right now? They finna.
We got limited time. Can y'all get him out of here?
I don't need y'all to walk me out to the dinner, or make it seem like y'all need to walk me out and have it all the time. Every time you turn around, they wanna call the police on somebody.
My point of order is that if he make a personal attack toward me, I'm gonna make 3 back, even if I get arrested. You can't tolerate him talking a certain way. I ain't studying it.
Mr. Mays, this is your second warning.
Yeah, may I be excused on this second warning? This my point of order is supposed to be on a motion, and it done turned to me. Every time he talk is me. And I'm getting tired of it. And,
Mr. Mays.
And I'm Quincy Murphy. And,
Mr. Mays,
and you think I'm scared of you. And
Mr.
I ain't scared of you.
Mr. Mays, you are entirely
I done went overboard because you are
out of order.
discriminatory.
That is
you
incredibly...
got little ears that hear what you want to hear, and I ain't studying you.
Metcalf.
I ain't studying you.
Mr. Mays, you will not be allowed back in this meeting.
You ain't got to tolerate. I don't tolerate you. I ain't studying you. Now, put that in your little...
Okay, we are still in the first round of discussion. Is there any other member of council who wishes to speak in this first round of discussion? Yes, Dr. Lewis. Mr. Mays, you've been excused. Get him out. Dr. Lewis, you have the floor.
Madam Chair.
Dr. Lewis, you have the floor.
Thank you. I would like to make a motion to remove Eric Mays from his seat for 30 days.
There is a motion on the floor to remove Eric Mays from his seat for 30 days.
And it's getting on my nerve. And Mr. Murphy keep interrupting with point of information and point of orders when I'm talking. And I could interrupt him repeatedly. Then he throw his hands up. I done watched this stuff. That's what's not proper.
Oh, bitch, that ain't fair. Give that horsey back his head. Oh, bitch, that ain't fair. Give that horsey back his head. Oh, bitch, that ain't fair. Give that horsey back his head. Oh, bitch, that ain't fair. Give that horsey back his hair. But you know what, y'all? Sometimes I feel just like a woman. And if you don't believe me, ask your father.
I have seen Councilman Mays attack these women in the wrong way, and I sit up there and I think about it. I be like, oh Lord, I just thank God that ain't my mama, that ain't my wife, that ain't my sister.
Point of order, Mr. President.
Or nothing.
One, we can listen to folks, but to allege some type of physical attack and then come back and say he glad it ain't his mama, that whatever. How much of this we don't tolerate? That's a little much.
Your point is well taken.
A threat on council microphone.
And it does sound that way.
It is a shame that when we come up here and somebody they don't agree with us, they feel like they got a right to talk to us any kind of way. When we got a right to stand up and defend ourselves too.
So I'm trying to stay here and do the business of the city of Flint, but we can't do the business because you're too busy worried about what Quincy thinking about in November. Why don't you chill out about trying to point and throw rocks at me and focus on trying to be a good president and run this business and take care of the business of the city of Flint. But no, you want to just keep on bringing my name up, keep on talking stuff. The stuff you be talking about is not, this is not the time and place. The stuff that you be saying about me, you need to be saying to me in the streets somewhere. You don't need to be talking that here. You need to talk somewhere like that to me in the streets where me and you can go head up with each other verbally or however you want to do it. Well, can't nobody break us up. Physical, doing nothing with you, because if I wanted to go there, I'd tell you exactly, Eric Mays, meet me outside because I'm ready to whatever you. You ain't gonna get me to go there since you want to talk that, but you must want to do it.
Point of information. No, I just don't want elder abuse.
You must want some physical altercation because you keep bringing it up.
Point of information, Madam Chair.
What's your point?
Are you going to sit and allow this man to talk all that tough talk, talking about what he ain't scared, won't, and you sit there and condone it? May I be excused again? And if it continue, I'll come back. We on a point of order.
There is a point
of order.
There was a point of information called before the...
Did you say something, Mr. Murphy?
Yes, I did say something.
What did you say?
I said point of information.
What is your point of information? Since you want to say it like that, what is it? And he talking about in an elected seat, I ain't gonna let nobody talk about me. I'm gonna talk about you, Trump, and any politician I want. Who do we think he is that you gonna rule? Mr. Mays, you're out of order. You're the first one and you're talking about him. Hell, I'm telling the truth. Talk about who I want. They talk about me. Hell, they talked about Jesus. How did he get above Jesus? Talk about who you want. Now, that ain't no point of order, but yeah, I can prove you spend more time with me than got witnesses up here. You checking me because I'm talking to witnesses. Here we go. Now, you out of order. That's your first warning. You want me to get strict? There you go. Now you got your first one.
Excuse me to my colleagues, I'll be removing myself, so he ain't got to give me no warning.
Well, God bless you. Take your toys and go home.
Take your toys.
You out of order. I can help speed you up.
You can't help speed me up.
Officer, can you come and keep him from interrupting this meeting? Help him out.
That's what y'all get for voting for him for president.
I would not let him make you leave.
Hold up. Everybody wait. Just a bunch of nonsense. I'll be voting to move these resolutions to council, but it didn't take all that.
Hold on, wait a minute, Council.
Ain't nothing going on around me, is it?
Yeah, it was,
Oh,
and
was
and that is not behavior.
What happened?
Yeah, you do not jump like you gonna jump on. We don't do that. We don't do
No,
that.
because I self-defense myself and been and did something.
That is no.
You know, that's how I caught my first felony at age 28.
Councilman Mays,
I'm the type guy, you
Councilman
shoot
Mays,
me
your
in the
time is
head,
up. Your
I'll
time-
die, but
Your
you ain't
time
gonna play
is up,
with
or I'm
me.
gonna have to excuse
Okay,
me. Thank
because
you.
I'm full grown, and I don't play. Hell yeah, I know what happened.
Councilman Mays, please refrain from your profanity.
Hell yeah, I know what happened.
Okay.
I had the flow.
You had the floor, but I'm trying to tell you, I don't want to be here all night.
Mr.
going back and forth
President,
and
you
asking.
ain't got to be here no night. I don't have to say another word. You let all these other people.
You're
Was
not-
you
you're
here
not-
the other day
you're
when
not
I let
listening
Kate
to me.
Fields and even them go back and
Councilman,
forth,
you're
back
not
and forth,
listening to
back
me.
and forth?
You're not listening
I'm
to me. I'm
saying,
saying we've got a second round going, and you're not asking them questions. You're giving commentary. You don't have to. That's unnecessary.
well, you don't have to whisper. I don't have to tell people I can't hear
Councilman
you.
Mays.
Let me be me.
You got one more minute, and then I'm gonna move on to others, and then we're gonna
Mr.
go out
President,
second
you
round.
take that minute and stick it up your council seat.
Now,
You ain't gonna put no 1 minute on me.
Now
You keep interrupting when I got the flow. That's the point.
Councilman Mays.
That's my point,
When I
Mr.
interrupt you,
President.
may I say something in its entirety, please?
Not when you tell me I got 1
I'm
minute.
saying you've been talking for 5 minutes.
I wouldn't care.
Well, I do, because...
So go home. Go home if you don't want to do this job.
Councilman Mays.
Don't tell me in front of these folks I got 1 minute
I'm not
like
gonna have
you
all this
threatening
back and
me.
forth with you. That's
Beg
not
your
gonna
pardon?
happen. I'm not willing
So
to sit and go
let me
back and...
finish. I didn't ask multiple questions.
got
You
1
say I
minute.
ain't asked
You
no
got
que-
1
no,
minute to
you
wrap
take
up
that
the
1
first
minute
round.
and stick it up your council seat. Tell me I got 1 minute. This
Councilwoman
council
Fields,
anymore.
you
And
got
I
the
ain't
floor.
gonna give up my opportunity in my seat because you saying 1 minute and we just discussed no time limit.
Proceed.
It's gonna be
Thank you,
some
Mr.
extra.
President. Number one,
I
I don't
promise you
understand-
it's not.
I promise you it is.
Proceed.
I don't understand why you've not removed Mr. Mays after his comments to you, but
Now, may I say something?
After, so the clerk ain't
No, I'm
gotta
gonna say
read it
something.
again.
Wait a minute.
I do not.
Wait.
What?
I don't mind.
Point
and
of
I
order.
don't
Let 'em
want
call the vote.
this
Point of order.
person telling me he don't know.
Point of order. What's the vote? Point of order.
So you don't sit there
Hey,
and keep
I'm gonna
telling
sit
me-
up here and shake my head even though I ain't got no hat and sunglasses on. And I wouldn't give a what?
Think about it.
I'm thinking and talking.
Well, you know
And know what?
what I was getting ready to say.
No, say it in my
You know
mouth.
every other doggone thing.
Say it, say it.
I don't have to say
But
it.
then don't say I
You
know.
know it.
Point of order is
don't
Jackie
be telling me how I'm gonna vote.
I'm gonna tell it and you gonna shake your head at me and I'm gonna shake my head
wouldn't
back.
give a
Whether I
rat's.
got a hat or sunglasses on or
wouldn't
not.
care if
Point of order,
you
Madam
don't know
Chair.
folks that
Point
well
of
how they
order.
gonna vote.
Let them call the
So
vote.
just shut up.
I know what you're doing and I'm
ahead.
playing
Yes,
with you.
I'm sorry.
We're trying to
Chairperson, I'm sorry.
You should be
Okay.
sorry.
But
That
we're
was
trying to
wild.
shut up.
No, you shut up.
Please,
You
please.
ain't my mama or
We're
my
trying to
daddy.
get the final
They
vote.
did. They did.
I wouldn't be the
Let's
mama.
get,
She way out of order.
Mama, you wouldn't
Madam
be here.
Chair, y'all done had me removed for less.
wasn't your mama.
I ain't studying you. You'll never be my mama. You want to go hard, I'm going to go hard with you.
wouldn't
And then I
have been
might
here.
wear me a church hat and some
Councilwoman
sunglasses
Butler.
next week.
You'd have been falling down.
I might wear me some sunglasses and a hat next week. Miss Poplar, you don't intimidate me. You don't intimidate me. I'm not going to shut up for you, Kate
Move to
Fields,
adjourn,
Scott
Councilor
Kincaid, or no.
Been moved and supported.
I ain't studying you. I ain't studying you. You might can intimidate the rest of them, but and they talk to one twins like that, because I ain't the one. I ain't studying you. You know, I ain't studying you, ma'am.
Please, Councilman Mays, I beg of you, please, patiently, please. You could get your point across, but we cannot have that argumentative tone and voice. That's very disrespectful to department heads.
Well, let me try it this way, Mr. Davis, because it's very disrespectful when the mayor and his guy lie and talk to me and put stuff out there in the public that's very insulting and disrespectful. So if that's all it is, the tone, let's try this tone. Mr. Edwards, can you name the 5 appointees that don't require council approval? As many as you can, please, right now, sir.
I did send the information to the council president.
I'm part of the council, and I asked you to put it in my mailbox. If you had to put it on a piece of notebook paper, it ain't showed up yet, so.
I'm not mistaken, everybody.
Well, remember, we're gonna talk like this and try to get this business done.
point of information, if I may, Mr. Mays.
Madam President.
Mr. Mays, are you aware that Mr. Edwards did not just send it to the council president, he sent it to all of council?
Let me say this in response to your point of information. Would you go back and look at the tape? And I told them to write it and put it in my mailbox on a piece of notebook paper if they had to, Ms. Galloway. I've been doing it for 6 years since I've been here. They did not turn it in to the staff and put it in my mailbox. And I'm going to tell Mr. Davis again for the record, that's what I request. And if you email it to the staff, I get emails from Hershey's Chocolate and everybody else. Call it to the staff's attention, print it out, and put it in my mailbox. It's too many emails. So that's what I requested, and I'm still talking like that.
Mr. Mays?
Yeah, I'm positive, 100%.
Put on your Facebook page. That's terrible.
Oh, like the picture you took of my sons?
We will take a 5-minute recess without objection.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Now, wait a minute, officer, what you wearing this mask for? The Black Lives Matter? What the? No, wait a minute, officer. You can be like, Ariel, sit down. Sit down. Don't interfere. Ariel, sit down. Ariel, sit down. Relax. Well, they take you to jail. You mean well, but you can't interfere with this,
Ariel, sit down, so they take you to jail.
I don't think now, you don't offer the voters, offered me the chance to be elected, offered me equal opportunity to speak my mind and represent them. They don't dictate my right to speak. The freedom of speech is a constitutionally protected right. It's also a right up on our city charter. Discrimination based upon political orientation and race has no place in our society.
Any last words?
I hope a good lawyer, my last word, I hope a good civil rights lawyer come and help me remedy this repeated different treatment. My colleagues, it's obvious, they don't know the rules. And they're abusing the rules and taking it out on me for trying to speak my voice. And that's unacceptable.